Good afternoon, students. So in today's period we are going to discuss about the velocity time graph. So last period we already discussed about the graphical representation. So graphical representation can be shown by using the two ways. One is a distance time graph and another is a velocity time graph. So in last period we already discussed about the distance time graph. Through the distance time graph we learnt about how to find out the speed, and today we are going to learn the velocity time graph, and by using the velocity time graph we can calculate the speed and we can calculate the distance also. So let us see one by one how of the two conditions. By using the first condition, how to calculate the distance by using velocity time graph. So in simple way, first we will see what is the velocity time graph. So velocity time graph, it is a variation velocity with time. Velocity is none another, it is a variation in velocity with time, and with changing in time the object is moving, and moving in a straight line can be represented by using velocity time graph. The velocity time graph is none another, it is a change in velocity with time when the object is moving on a straight line, and by using the velocity time graph we can represent the velocity and the time. Same student, just like previous way. So on the x-axis, along with the x-axis we can represent the time, and along with the y-axis we can represent the distance. So along x-axis time, and here velocity in place of the distance. Along with the y-axis velocity. So time we can consider in second, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second and 40 second, and velocity you just consider 10 km per hour, 20 km, 30 km per hour and 40 km per hour. So let us discuss with one example. Suppose one object is moving with 40 km per hour. Okay, object is moving with 40 km per hour and the velocity is same at any instant. Only time intervals are changes. For each and every time interval the velocity is same. So let us take at a 0 position. At 0 the velocity is suppose 40 km per hour. Okay, after 1 second velocity is same, it is 40 km per hour. Again for next 2 second it is 40 km per hour. For next 3 second it is same, and next 4 second again it is same. Join all these points. So here we got straight line. Here we are having one straight line. Okay, so यहाँ पे straight line indicate करती है when the velocity is changes with same interval of time, there is no variation velocity. So that time that velocity is known as the uniform velocity. It is known as the uniform velocity. Change in velocity but no change in intervals of time. Same intervals of time, and there is no variation in velocity. Velocity is same at any instant. So that is known as the uniform velocity. Okay, so this is also known as uniform acceleration also. Now by using this, how to calculate the distance? Okay, in last period already in last period also we already discussed that by using velocity time graph we can calculate the distance. So how to calculate by using this graph, how to calculate the distance by using this graph? So we to calculate that, first we have to consider some points. So I am going to consider some points like point A, point B, point C and point D. So we are having 4 points A, B, C, D. Okay, join all these points. So let us join all these points. Now here you can see one rectangle is there, rectangle A, B, C, D. So I hope it is visible or it is clear for all of you. So let us find out the distance by using the triangle. How to find out? So we all of you will know about that. The distance is equal to S, or distance travel is equal to the area ABCD. Area ABCD. Okay, it is none other area ABCD. So here you can see that the area ABCD is none other, it is a rectangle. So by using this rectangle, we can find out the, if we are getting the area of ABCD, means area of rectangle, so that time we will get the total distance covered by the object. So here students, BC line represents the time. So B1 is none other, it is a time interval T1, and C is none other, it is a T2. Okay, and by using that we can find out the values. So here area of rectangle is equal to length multiplied by the breadth L multiplied by the B. By using that formula, you can we can find out the value of distance. So AB is none other, AB is BC multiplied by DC or the AB. Okay, so take here AD. Okay, BC means what? Here BC means time intervals T2 and T1 and T2. So first we have to take the greater time interval, that is a T2 minus T1 multiply by value of AB. Value of AB means it is showing the velocity, that is a 40 km per hour. So here we can say 40. So here you can see the value of T2 is 4 and value of T1 is 2. So 4 minus 2 multiplied by 40. So it is 2 multiplied by 40 is equal to 80. So the total distance is 80 meter. Okay, so by using this formula, everywhere we can find out the total distance covered by the object. So this is the first way. By using that we can find out the total distance covered by the object. And this is a uniform velocity. Once again I am going to introduce the same part. In this part we already learned about that, how to find out the distance by using the velocity time graph. So here in front of you velocity time graph is there. So in the velocity time graph, it is represented the change in velocity with time. So in this, along with the x-axis we have to draw the time, along with the y-axis we have to draw the velocity. So these values can we can vary these values as per your understanding. You can take the different values on the x-axis and on the y-axis. So here students, so this total distance traveled by the object. So first we have to consider points like A, B, C, D. Then draw the parallel line along with the y-axis from point A and point D. Then just observe that particular area in closed area. So that area is look like as a rectangle. So the total distance traveled by the object is equal to area of ABCD. ABCD is none other, it is a rectangle. So we know that the area of rectangle is equal to length multiplied by the breadth. So here AC is the length and AD is the breadth. So BC is none other, it is a time interval. For that T2 minus T1, and BC is having value because it is showing the constant velocity, that is a 40. So take the value of BC. Then we know that time interval T2 it is a 4 and T1 is 2. So 4 minus 2 multiplied by the 40. So here we got the value, that is our total distance is equal to 80 meter. So like that way students we can find out the different values. So in next period we will discuss about the velocity, uniform accelerated velocity. Today we discuss about the uniform velocity only, but in next period we will discuss about the uniform accelerated velocity. So what is the difference between these two concepts? In the uniform velocity, the velocity is constant, but there is a change in time. That I already explained. Velocity is constant, but the change in time. But in uniform accelerated velocity, the velocity increases with time interval. So in that the velocity increases with the at equal velocity with equal intervals of time. So that part we will discuss in tomorrow's period. So for today, these are the things you have to prepare the notes, and I'm going to send you your assignment. So today itself you have to complete your assignment with your attendance. Okay. Due to some lockdown problem, today I cannot take the live classes for few days. But students, if you are having any doubt after when the classes will be regular, so that time on Zoom classes, on live classes, I will explain this part again. Repeatedly I will take these parts. So if you are having any problem, any query, so that time you can call me, you can ask me your doubts. So for today's student, this much part is enough. And today you have to send your attendance also. Okay, mention your name and attach your assignment, then send me. So for today, thank you very much. We will meet in our next period.